Travis Hunter, the rising star everyone's been talking about, is now at the center of a storm that no one saw coming. Just when fans thought his personal life couldn't get any messier. His wife has stepped out of the shadows and dropped a bombshell so humiliating that it has the entire internet in shock. Imagine this: a man celebrated for his confidence, strength and presence on and off the field, suddenly stripped bare not by opponents, not by critics, but by the very woman he once trusted the most. Yes, you heard that right. In a move that has left family, friends, and millions of fans gasping, Travis's wife has gone public with intimate bedroom secrets. Secrets that were supposed to stay locked behind closed doors. And the timing, perfectly destructive. Just as Travis was riding high on his latest achievements, she decided to let the world know the details that could tarnish his reputation forever. The whispers are getting louder. The accusations are getting wilder, and the fallout is nothing short of catastrophic. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear will make you question everything you thought you knew about Travis Hunter and his picture-perfect marriage. The drama around Travis Hunter's marriage took a turn that nobody could have predicted. At first, fans believed the couple's relationship was unshakable, built on love, trust, and the image of a young power duo taking the world by storm. But behind the picture-perfect smiles and the curated posts on social media, cracks had already begun to form. And now, with his wife's explosive decision to air out their most intimate secrets, the illusion of stability has been shattered. In the most public and humiliating way possible, it all started late one evening when she sat down for what seemed like a casual live stream with her close circle of friends and followers. Nobody expected much, just another night of banter, gossip, and wine glasses clinking in the background. But then her tone shifted. Her laughter faded. And what came out of her mouth next set fire to the internet within minutes. "You all see him out there? Acting like he's the king of the world," she began. Her voice steady, but her eyes filled with bitterness. "But trust me, what goes on behind closed doors would shock every single one of you." Fans watching live could hardly believe what they were hearing. Comments started flooding the screen. Some begged her to stop, while others demanded she spill every detail. And spill she did. She leaned forward, almost whispering, as if confessing a secret too heavy to hold any longer. "Travis isn't the man you all think he is. The confidence you see on TV disappears the moment the cameras are off. He hides things even his closest friends don't know. And if he's going to keep pretending like everything's perfect, then I think it's time people know the truth about what really goes down in our bedroom." The statement alone was enough to send shockwaves across social media. But she didn't stop there. She described situations that painted Travis not as the dominant, fearless athlete the world had idolized, but as a man riddled with insecurities, fears, and embarrassing habits that she insisted proved he was living a lie. As the stream continued, the mood shifted from playful curiosity to absolute chaos. Viewers were torn between disbelief and fascination. Fans tweeted furiously, tagging Travis, demanding answers, and questioning if the woman beside him had finally exposed what others had only speculated in hushed tones. Meanwhile, word spread quickly to Travis himself. Sources close to the athlete claim he was at a private gathering with teammates when his phone began buzzing nonstop. At first, he ignored it, assuming it was just another wave of routine mentions. But then one teammate shoved the phone in his face, saying, "Bro, you need to see this." Right now, the room reportedly went silent as Travis read through the comments, each one more humiliating than the last. His face, once full of confidence and bravado, turned pale. "She didn't," he muttered under his breath. But she had. Immediately, Travis called her phone, desperate to stop the live stream before more damage could be done. But it was too late. Clips had already been recorded, re-uploaded, and shared across every major platform. The genie was out of the bottle. And no amount of denial could erase what millions of fans had already heard. Back at home, she refused to answer his calls. Instead, she continued engaging with fans in the comments section, replying to those who asked for more details and dropping hints that the story was only beginning. "You all think tonight was bad?" she typed in one response. Just wait until you hear the rest. By the following morning, the internet was ablaze. Hashtags about Travis trended worldwide. Sports networks that had once praised him for his focus and discipline now discussed the scandal in hushed, almost gleeful tones. Podcasts dedicated entire episodes to dissecting what the revelations meant for his career, his image, and his future. And while some fans rushed to defend him, insisting his private life should remain private, others couldn't resist the allure of the drama. Screenshots of her statements circulated everywhere, often accompanied by cruel memes and mocking captions. Fans are shocked. One headline read, "The family was left divided," another reported, hinting that even those closest to Travis had been blindsided by his wife's decision to go public. Behind the scenes, insiders say Travis's family erupted in heated arguments. His mother allegedly called her daughter in the middle of the night, demanding she take everything back before the scandal ruined their son's career. "Do you realize what you've done?" she screamed. "This isn't just about you two anymore. This is about our entire family name." But the wife stood firm. "He brought this on himself," she replied coldly. "If he had been honest with me, maybe I wouldn't have had to be honest with the world." The conflict only deepened. Some relatives sided with Travis, insisting his wife was simply out for revenge and attention. Others, however, admitted quietly that maybe her words weren't far from the truth. Whispers began circulating that she had confided in certain family members months earlier about Travis's struggles. And while they had begged her not to speak publicly, they knew this day might eventually come. The situation grew even more volatile when friends close to the couple began choosing sides. One former friend of Travis's wife revealed to a gossip outlet, "She's been planning this for weeks. She knew exactly when to drop it for maximum impact. She wanted to humiliate him." And she succeeded. But another source close to her defended her decision, saying people have no idea what she's been through. She's been silenced for too long. And now she's finally taking control of the narrative. Through all of this, Travis remained silent. He avoided interviews, skipped press conferences, and refused to make a statement. But his silence only fueled the speculation. Fans wondered, was he too ashamed to respond? Or was he carefully preparing his next move? Behind closed doors, reports say the tension between the two was unbearable. Travis demanded she retract her statements, while she insisted she had nothing to apologize for. "You humiliated me first," she allegedly shouted during one explosive argument. "All I did was return the favor." Neighbors claimed they could hear raised voices from their home late into the night. The kind of screaming matches that left no doubt about the depth of their conflict. It was like living next to a reality show, one neighbor confessed. Doors slamming, voices echoing, it was impossible to ignore. The humiliation for Travis didn't end at home. During a recent practice session, teammates reportedly teased him, whispering jokes under their breath, shaking their heads with smirks. "Bro, you're trending for all the wrong reasons," one teammate quipped. Though they laughed, the truth stung. His private pain had become the world's entertainment. What made things worse was the revelation that she wasn't finished talking. During a follow-up interview with a gossip podcast, she hinted at more secrets still hidden away. "What I said was just the beginning," she teased. "If people really want to know who Travis Hunter is, then they better be ready. Because I'm just warming up." And with that, the world braced itself for even more drama, waiting to see just how deep this scandal would go and whether Travis could survive the humiliation that had already rocked his career, his marriage, and his pride. The fallout from her first round of revelations was already unbearable. But when she hinted that there was more to come, fans braced themselves for another explosion. Everyone wondered, what else could she possibly reveal that would be worse than exposing Travis's most private insecurities? The answer came faster than anyone expected. Just days later, she agreed to a sit-down interview with a popular gossip channel. The anticipation was overwhelming. Teasers for the episode showed her sitting in a velvet chair. Sipping water with an air of confidence that suggested she held all the power now. When the full interview dropped, the world was ready, and once again, Travis was left reeling. "I've stayed quiet for too long," she said firmly. "For years, I played the role of the supportive wife. I smiled for the cameras, stood beside him at events, and defended him whenever the rumors started. But people don't realize how much I had to sacrifice. They don't realize what it's like to live with someone who is admired by millions, but hides his true self when the lights go off." The interviewer leaned in, asking the question on everyone's mind, "What exactly are you saying about Travis?" Her answer was delivered like a dagger. "I'm saying that the Travis people cheer for isn't the Travis I know. Behind the scenes, he's insecure, controlling, and desperate to protect an image that isn't real. And when it comes to our bedroom, let's just say the man who looks like a warrior on the field turns into someone completely unrecognizable." The crowd watching online exploded with reactions. The comments section lit up instantly. Some fans defended Travis, accusing her of lying for attention, while others claimed her body language and tone made it impossible to deny she was telling the truth. But she wasn't done. She gave specific examples, painting vivid pictures of humiliating moments, ones she insisted had broken her spirit over the years. She recounted arguments where Travis allegedly begged her not to reveal his struggles. He used to say, "Please, don't ever tell anyone about this. People will never look at me the same. But after everything I've been through, why should I keep protecting him while he continues to play me as the perfect wife in public?" Meanwhile, reports say Travis watched the interview from his home, pacing back and forth, fists clenched, his phone buzzing nonstop with texts from teammates, sponsors, and even coaches. One insider revealed he was furious. You could see it in his face. He felt betrayed in the deepest way. Not only was his wife tearing him down, but she was doing it in front of millions of people who had once looked up to him. To make matters worse, sponsors began pulling back. A brand that had just signed him for a major campaign allegedly called his agent within hours of the interview airing. "We're going to put the deal on hold," they said carefully, "until this situation calms down. We can't risk the association." This professional backlash only added to Travis's humiliation. Fans once praised his endorsements as proof of his success. But now people mocked him, tweeting things like, "Even his sponsors know the truth. And guess the bedroom drama is bad for business." The family, already divided, spiraled further into chaos. Travis's father, who had remained quiet until then, stepped in with harsh words. According to sources, he confronted his daughter-in-law in a tense phone call. "You're destroying him," he growled. "Do you understand that? You're tearing down the man you claim to love." She shot back without hesitation. "He destroyed himself the moment he started lying to me. Don't blame me for telling the truth." Their conversation reportedly ended with slammed phones and silence. Friends, who had once been close to both, began choosing sides more openly. One friend of Travis's revealed he's devastated. "He keeps saying, 'I don't even recognize her anymore. How could she do this to me?' But on the other side, her supporters argued that she had been silenced and gaslit for years. And this was her way of reclaiming power. As the scandal grew, so did the rumors. Some tabloids began speculating that she wasn't acting alone, that maybe someone else was encouraging her. Perhaps even coaching her to drag Travis's name through the mud. One theory suggested a close friend of hers had been feeding her lines, preparing her for maximum impact on camera. Another, more outrageous rumor claimed she had been secretly offered money from a rival sports figure to embarrass Travis publicly. Whether true or not, these rumors only fueled the frenzy. Suddenly, it wasn't just about bedroom secrets, it became a full-blown conspiracy about betrayal, manipulation, and sabotage. Travis himself finally broke his silence in a leaked voice note sent to a friend that made its way online. His voice cracked with frustration as he said, "I gave her everything. Everything. And this is what she does. How am I supposed to walk into a locker room now? How am I supposed to look people in the eye?" Fans listened to the recording over and over, dissecting every word. Some sympathized with him, calling him a victim of betrayal. Others mocked him, saying he sounded broken, not like the strong athlete they admired. In the days that followed, the tension between the couple reached a boiling point. Neighbors once again reported heated shouting matches echoing through their home. One claimed, "I swear I heard glass shattering one night, like someone threw a bottle against the wall. It's gotten scary." Inside sources confirmed the situation had turned toxic. "They can't even be in the same room without exploding into a fight," one said. "She keeps saying she won't back down, and he keeps begging her to stop embarrassing him. It's a never-ending war." The most shocking twist came when she hinted that she had receipt screenshots, messages, even recordings that could back up her claims. In a cryptic post on social media, she wrote, "You all think I'm lying. Wait until I drop the proof." That single post sent fans into a frenzy. Speculation reached new heights. What kind of evidence did she really have? Could she actually expose Travis in a way that would end his career once and for all? Panic reportedly swept through Travis's camp. His agent, his family, even his teammates begged him to take control of the narrative before it was too late. "You need to speak up, man," one teammate urged. "If she's got proof, your silence is only making you look worse." But Travis hesitated. Perhaps he feared giving her even more attention, or perhaps he knew deep down that the evidence could be damning. Whatever the reason, he stayed quiet. And his silence was deafening. As fans waited for the supposed receipts to drop, tensions boiled online. Debates raged in comment sections, dividing people into camps. Some declared her a hero for speaking out. Others accused her of being vindictive, out for clout and revenge. Either way, everyone agreed on one thing: the drama wasn't anywhere near over. And just when it seemed the scandal had reached its peak, a new twist emerged, one that dragged in not only Travis and his wife, but also someone fans never expected to see caught in the middle. The twist came out of nowhere, shaking the scandal into a whole new dimension. While fans were still waiting for Travis's wife to drop the so-called receipts, a surprising third party stepped forward. It wasn't a teammate, a sponsor, or even a family member. It was one of her closest friends. Someone who claimed to have been present during many of the couple's private arguments. This friend, who went live on her own social media, looked nervous but determined. "I can't just sit here and watch her drag him like this," she said. Yes, they had issues, and yes, there were secrets. But she's not telling the whole truth. People need to know she's leaving out some very important details. The live exploded instantly, with thousands of viewers tuning in to hear what the supposed insider had to say. According to her, Travis's wife wasn't just airing dirty laundry, she was twisting events to make herself look like a victim. She planned this, the friend insisted. She wanted to ruin him because she felt like he was slipping away. "She told me months ago, if he ever tries to leave me, I'll make sure he never recovers." Fans were stunned. Could it be true that the entire scandal was fueled by revenge? The revelation sparked heated debates online, with some siding with the friend's version of events and others accusing her of trying to protect Travis at the expense of a woman's. But the drama didn't end there. Within hours, Travis's wife fired back, blasting her so-called friend in a furious post. "You're nothing but a traitor," she wrote. "You know exactly what he put me through, and now you're lying to protect him. Shame on you." The online war between the two women played out in real time, each dropping subtle hints and half-explanations that only fueled curiosity. And through it all, Travis remained silent, stuck in the middle of a storm. He could no longer control. Sources close to him claimed the athlete had reached his breaking point. One insider revealed he hasn't been sleeping. He barely eats. He keeps saying, "I don't even know who to trust anymore," according to those close to him. Travis even broke down in tears during a private phone call with a teammate, confessing, "This is killing me. I can't fight both my wife and her army of supporters. I feel like I've already lost. Meanwhile, the media continued to feast on the drama. Talk shows replayed clips of the interviews, memes circulated faster than ever, and headlines screamed about the bedroom secrets scandal. Fans were hooked, unable to look away from the slow-motion train wreck unfolding in front of them. But then came the moment everyone had been waiting for, the so-called receipts. Late one Friday night, Travis's wife dropped a thread of screenshots on her social media. The images appeared to show private conversations between her and Travis, where he allegedly admitted to his insecurities and begged her not to expose him. One message read, "Please, don't tell anyone. I can't handle people knowing." Another showed him apologizing after an apparent fight, saying, "I know I'm not the man I pretend to be. I'm sorry for disappointing you." The internet went wild. Within minutes, the screenshots were shared across platforms, dissected and analyzed by fans and critics alike. Some argued the messages were proof that she had been telling the truth all along. Others claimed the screenshots were fake, edited to make Travis look weak and pitiful. The backlash was immediate. His fan base split down the middle, with hashtags supporting both Travis and his wife trending simultaneously. One fan wrote, "This is heartbreaking. I always thought he was so strong, but now I just feel sorry for him." Another countered, "She's manipulating us." Those messages could have been written by anyone. As the debate raged on, scandal began to affect more than just Travis's reputation. His teammates, frustrated by the constant distraction, allegedly confronted him during practice. "We can't focus," one of them told him bluntly. "This drama is bigger than the game now. Figure it out before the season is ruined." The tension spilled into the locker room, dividing even his closest allies. Some rallied around him, encouraging him to ignore the noise and keep pushing forward. Others distanced themselves, worried that being associated with him would drag them into the mess. And then, in a shocking turn of events, another voice entered the conversation this time. From Travis's own family, his younger sister, who had been quiet until now, took to social media to defend him. "My brother isn't perfect," she admitted, "but I've seen what he's been through. I've seen how hard he works to hold himself together. He doesn't deserve to be humiliated like this." Her heartfelt defense struck a chord with fans, reigniting sympathy for Travis. But it also triggered a new wave of conflict within the family. According to insiders, his wife felt betrayed by her sister-in-law's public statement. And an explosive argument followed behind closed doors. "How dare she drag your family into this?" Travis's wife allegedly shouted, "They're painting me as the villain when you know damn well what you've done." The screaming match reportedly ended with her storming out of the house, slamming the door so hard the windows rattled. Neighbors later claimed she spent the night at a friend's place, leaving Travis alone and devastated. In the days that followed, the scandal showed no signs of slowing down. Gossip sites ran daily updates. Fans continued to argue in endless comment threads. And speculation grew that the marriage was on the brink of collapse. "They can't come back from this." One insider predicted, "Too much has been said. Too much damage has been done." But just when everyone thought the story had reached its peak, another revelation shook the public even harder. Leaked audio surfaced online, allegedly capturing one of their late-night arguments. In the recording, her voice could be heard shouting, "You think the world loves you, but they don't know the real you. I'll make sure they see who you really are." His voice, strained and broken, replied, "Please, don't do this. You'll ruin everything." The audio spread like wildfire, fueling yet another round of debates and memes. Fans dissected every word, analyzing the tone, the pauses, even the background noises. Some claimed the recording proved she was manipulative, using his vulnerability against him. Others argued it showed just how desperate and broken he truly was. The scandal had now evolved beyond gossip. It was a full-blown saga, with millions of people following every twist and turn like it was the latest season of a reality show. And as if things couldn't get any worse, whispers began circulating that divorce papers were being prepared behind the scenes. Insiders claimed Travis had finally reached his limit, telling close friends, "I can't live like this anymore. I'd rather end it all than keep being humiliated." The possibility of divorce added another explosive layer to the drama. Fans speculated about the financial fallout, wondering if she would walk away with half his fortune after tearing down his reputation. Legal experts weighed in on talk shows, analyzing prenups, custody battles, and the potential public courtroom showdown. By now, it was clear the scandal wasn't just about bedroom secrets anymore. It had spiraled into a war that threatened to destroy not only Travis's career and marriage, but also his entire legacy. And yet, even as the world debated his fate, one final twist was still waiting in the shadows, something that would drag the scandal to an even darker place. The whispers of divorce were already shaking fans to their core, but what came next pushed the scandal into territory no one could have predicted. Just as the public was debating, who would come out on top, Travis or his wife? New revelation emerged that threatened to drag both of them down. Together, it began when a mysterious, anonymous account started dropping cryptic posts online. At first, people thought it was just a troll trying to capitalize on the chaos. But soon, the details shared by this account were too specific, too accurate to dismiss. One post read, "If you think you've heard all the secrets, just wait. There's another layer neither of them wants you to know." Fans were instantly hooked. Speculation ran wild. Who was behind the account? Was it a bitter ex-friend, a teammate, or maybe even someone from inside the family? Whatever the case, the account began releasing snippets of private information that exposed both Travis and his wife in shocking ways. In one post, the account claimed the couple's marriage had been plagued not only by intimacy issues, but also by financial secrets. They present themselves as wealthy and untouchable, the post said. But behind the scenes, debts are piling up, and arguments about money are tearing them apart. The revelation added fuel to the already raging fire. Suddenly, the scandal wasn't just about bedroom drama, it was about lies, money, and a crumbling empire. Media outlets seized the story, reporting on rumors that Travis had borrowed heavily to maintain a lavish lifestyle and that his wife had threatened to expose the truth if he ever tried to leave her. As if that wasn't enough, the anonymous account dropped what it called the real receipts. This time, it wasn't just screenshots, it was video. The short, grainy clip allegedly showed the couple in the middle of a vicious argument. His voice could be heard shouting, "Stop trying to ruin me," while hers snapped back, "Then stop lying to the world." The video didn't reveal much visually, but the voices were unmistakable. And the raw emotion was undeniable. The internet lost its mind. Fans replayed the video endlessly, dissecting every syllable. Memes flooded social media. Headlines screamed about the explosive leak, and late-night comedians turned the clip into fodder for jokes. Through it all, Travis grew more reclusive. Insiders reported that he barely left his house, avoiding cameras and paparazzi that camped outside his gate. "He feels like he's under siege," one friend explained. "Everywhere he goes, people whisper, people laugh. He's humiliated on a level most of us can't even imagine." His wife, however, seemed to thrive in the spotlight. She continued giving interviews, dropping hints of more revelations to come, and even signed a deal with a gossip podcast to tell her full story. During one appearance, she declared, "I'm not here to destroy him. I'm here to tell the truth. If the truth destroys him, that's his fault, not mine." Fans were divided more than ever. Some praised her bravery, saying she was exposing the hypocrisy of a man who had built his image on strength and perfection. Others condemned her, accusing her of cruelty and greed, destroying a man's career just to gain fame and attention. But the most shocking twist of all came when Travis finally decided to fight back. In a surprise move, he released his own statement through a carefully produced video. Sitting alone in a dimly lit room, his face tired and weary, he spoke directly to the camera. "I've made mistakes," he admitted softly. "I'm not perfect. I've struggled with things that I didn't want the world to know. But I never thought the person I loved most would turn those struggles into weapons against me. I don't deserve to be humiliated like this, and I won't stay silent any longer." His words sent chills through fans. Some saw the video as a heartfelt confession, proof that he was finally taking responsibility. Others dismissed it as damage control, a desperate attempt to salvage his image. But one thing was clear. The war between Travis and his wife had officially gone nuclear. Almost immediately after his video dropped, she responded with fury. In a live stream dripping with venom, she spat, "So now he wants to play the victim. Don't fall for it." He's only sorry because he got caught. He's only speaking up because he knows I'm not finished exposing him. The back and forth reached a fever pitch. Every day brought new headlines, new accusations, new battles fought in the court of public opinion. Sponsors fled, fans argued, and the couple's once envied life turned into a cautionary tale of love turned toxic. And then came the final blow reports that legal papers had indeed been filed. Insiders confirmed that divorce proceedings were underway. And the battle was set to play out not just in gossip columns, but in an actual courtroom. This is going to be ugly, one legal expert predicted. With everything that's already been said publicly, imagine what will come out once lawyers get involved. It won't just be secrets, it'll be scorched earth. As the news spread, fans felt both horrified and captivated. The idea of the couple facing off in court promised even more drama. More secrets, more revelations that would keep this scandal alive for months, maybe even years. Meanwhile, those closest to Travis worried about his mental state. Sources revealed he had grown increasingly isolated, confiding in only a handful of people. One friend described a chilling phone call where Travis said, "I don't know if I can survive this. I feel like I've already lost everything." Despite the chaos, there were whispers of a potential resolution. Some insiders claimed mediators were trying to convince the couple to settle privately to avoid dragging things out further. But with both sides entrenched, fueled by anger and betrayal, a peaceful ending seemed unlikely. The scandal had spiraled so far beyond its original spark that no one could even remember where it began. What started as a shocking confession about bedroom secrets had evolved into a sprawling saga of lies, revenge, financial ruin, and public humiliation. Fans who once admired Travis for his talent now debated whether his downfall was deserved. Others wondered if his wife had gone too far, crossing a line that could never be uncrossed. And yet, despite the exhaustion, despite the heartbreak, the public couldn't look away. Every twist, every leak, every tearful confession felt like another episode in a never-ending drama. The couple's lives had become entertainment, their pain transformed into content, their marriage into a spectacle by the end of it. One thing was undeniable: Travis Hunter had been humiliated on a scale few could comprehend. And as the world waited for the next revelation, the looming question remained: was this the end of his story, or just the beginning of an even darker chapter? And there you have it. The scandal that has taken Travis Hunter from celebrated star to a man trapped in the most humiliating chapter of his life. What began as a few whispered confessions has spiraled into a public war, dragging family, friends, and even strangers into the chaos. The bedroom secrets, the leaked messages, the shocking audio. And now, the looming divorce. Every piece of this saga has left fans stunned and divided. But the truth is, this story is far from over. With court battles ahead, more secrets threatening to come out, and emotions still running higher than ever, the future of Travis Hunter and his wife remains uncertain. Will Travis find a way to rebuild his image, or has the damage been done beyond repair? Will his wife continue her crusade of revelations, or will the pressure finally force her to back down? And perhaps the most haunting question of all: who will emerge victorious when the dust finally settles? One thing's for sure: fans are hooked. And the world will be watching every step of the way. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Do you believe Travis is the victim of a ruthless smear campaign? Or do you think his wife is finally exposing the truth that he's been hiding all along? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is only just beginning. Make sure to hit that like button if you were shocked by today's revelations. Subscribe to stay updated as this wild story continues to unfold. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss a single twist in this drama. Because if there's one thing we know for certain, it's that the Travis Hunter saga is nowhere near its final chapter.